onto it a little bit. So I want you to check in with your foundation here. Check in and make sure that your shoulders are right over your wrist, that the fingers are spread out. There's space between each of your fingers. And then check in and see, are your knees underneath of your hips, right? We don't want those shoulders beyond the wrist. That puts a lot of unnecessary pressure there. So to begin with, we're going to take an inhale, and on that inhale, I want you to take your gaze forward and reach that tailbone away from you. And then on the exhale, soft shoulders, draw the chin to the chest, and find that nice stretch across the top of the back. Inhale, reaching the tailbone away from you, bringing the gaze forward. Exhale, drawing the navel towards the spine. Inhale here for one more time. And then exhale, really pressing up, feeling that big stretch across the back. And then go ahead and take an inhale here. Find that neutral spine. And then we're going to step back into a little plank. So we're not going to hold plank for a long time, but we're going to work on getting some good foundation for plank. So step your hands maybe away from you a little bit. And you're going to step your right foot back, flexing the right toes. And then you're going to step the left foot back to join you. Okay, so in plank, there's sort of two things that I like to talk about. I want you to think about really pressing up through every part of the hand, creating like a nice stretch through the shoulder girdle, through your upper back. And then I want you to see if you can draw your pelvis forward, sort of like tucking your tailbone under a little bit. And then really just use your breath, right? Nice in and out to help you stay here. Now, if this is too challenging for you, we can do plank from our knees, right? So in plank on the knees, the one thing I want you to be really mindful of is that we don't drop the hips and create that little arch in the low back. We still want the spine to be nice and long, but you can hold plank here on your knees, right? Again, the shoulders are right over the wrist. You're pressing up through every part of the hand. And you're finding that nice round upper back, right? Creating space in the spine. And then just let the neck come in a natural extension of the spine wherever you are, okay? Let's just take two more breaths here. Nice big inhale. Exhale, holding it here. One more time. And then from here, lower the knees. Maybe press back into a little child's pose. If that really felt like a big amount of work on your arms, you can even take your arms across your back in child's pose, or you can reach your hands down to your feet, letting the shoulders relax. Just let the head fall towards the mat in whatever space feels comfortable for you. If you're really tight through the back and it's challenging to get the head down, you can always stack your fist also and just rest your head on those fists. Just letting that back release, maybe wiggling around a little bit. Just taking a breath or more here. Just giving the body a little bit of a break, feeling the body ease into that space. And then whenever you're ready, I want you to come forward and just slowly make your way down into a prone position. So down onto your belly, where we're going to work through a little bit of extension through the back, remembering that our back is part of our core, right? So it's very important that as we're working on our core, that we try to find that counterbalance between working the front of our body, the abdominals, and joining that, finding balance through working the muscles of the back. So from here, what I want you to do is just take a nice big stretch. Reach those arms away from you. Being mindful that you're not wearing the shoulders as earrings, right? We don't want the shoulders up by the ears. The shoulders are still away from the ears. And we've got this nice long stretch out of our hips, right, through the soles of our feet. We're just going to begin here by doing a little lift and lowering on a diagonal. So what I want you to do first is I want to see if you can lift your right leg and your left arm. And then inhale to lower. Exhale and lift on that opposite side. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Right? So what I want you to check in with is your low back. If you feel like you're putting a lot of pressure in your low back, maybe reduce your range of motion. Maybe not come up as high, right? We're not in a competition here. We're just all trying to get a little stronger, trying to get a little healthier. Good. Now this next time, we're going to join the sides together. We're going to see if we can lift up in a big X. So you're going to use an inhale to prepare. The nose is towards the mat. And on that exhale, we're going to lift the arms and the legs. And then we're going to lower down on the inhale. And we're going to exhale and come up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And again, I want you to be mindful. Feel the space through the back. Even though we're finding extension through our spine, it should never feel like we're crunching up in that low back. Maybe take one or two more here. Nice big inhale. Exhale, lift and come up. Inhale here. Exhale, lift and come up. Good, we're gonna hold it here and we're gonna splash those arms and legs through water. So before we start that, check in with your neck. I want you to make sure that your neck is in the natural extension of your spine. In other words, don't look up towards the ceiling. Gaze is just sort of off the tip of your nose. We're going to take an inhale to prepare, and we're going to exhale and splash those arms and legs through water. Remembering your breath. In and out. One or two more breaths like that. And last time. Nice. Bring those hands underneath of your shoulders. Tuck those toes under. See if you can inch backwards. This time, take the knees really wide and stretch back for a little wide leg child's pose. Again, seeing if you can get the forehead down towards the mat. If it doesn't come easily, you can cradle your forehead in your hands. Just whatever space feels good for you here. Taking a moment to honor the work that you're doing with your body. Just taking a few nice deep breaths, a few restorative breaths, giving the body an opportunity to come back, right? Relax, ease out of the exercises. Nice. And then whenever you're ready from here, we're going to come back to a seated position, extend our legs out long, and prepare for our next series. So that's just a little sample of my teaching style. If you have any questions, just let me know. And I look forward to hopefully forming a relationship where we can work together. Thank you.